All right, T-Bags, we back like we never left. Let's get right to it. Oh, easy. We gotta win. Try and get some good VC off of this.
And now it's time for the Sprite Ice Cold Keys to the game. As we take a look at the Knicks, Clark, what should they keep in mind?
Well, they've got to find a way to get some points on the board, Kevin. They've been off their stride over the last few games, and their scoring is down significantly. They've got to find a way to get their offense on track if they're going to shake out of this slump.
As we look at Utah, tell me, what's going to be the key taking on this Knicks team?
Well, the one thing that's important, Kevin, when you're playing this team is to match their efficiency. Over the last couple of weeks, they've been on a nice roll, and their ability to minimize turnovers has been excellent, absolutely phenomenal. They don't make many mistakes, so if you're going to win, you can't make too many either.
And Utah has possession following the Knicks miss. O'Cool backs in. Baseline jumper scores the opening field goal.
Way to square up off the quick turnaround. That's textbook, and it's pretty.
To Curry. Dumps it off. Here's Magician. Nails it from close range. And here is Williams. 11 points last game. Here's Boozer working on Lee. Stolen by Hughes.
The lob was a little misjudged, and he couldn't get control of it. A tough sequence there.
The Knicks maintain possession. Here's Hughes. 11 points last game. Shoots from 12. Kept alive. The two-handed jam.
Those are exactly the kind of plays that coaches just love to see. Get in there and run down those missed shots and pound them home.
And here is Williams. O'Cool. Curry meets him. Gets in close. Finishes with the soft touch.
Oh, that was a surprisingly good move there in the post. I think he surprised the defense a bit with that move.
And so here is New York. Here's Hughes. Sticks it from 17 feet.
Nice feed. That's the way to keep the ball moving.
Here's Boozer. Working on Lee. Left wing. Williams. Off from three-point land.
Tough break there, Kev. He found an opening on the floor and got a nice clear look. Just didn't convert.
Here's Magician. Connects on the baseline jumper. And here is Williams. Averaging 23 points per contest. Here's Williams to Korver. O'Cool. The shot misses. And New York takes it the other way. This is their second game playing the Jazz this season.
Boy, these guys delivered a major blow. Going in, they were hoping to just give themselves a fighting chance at winning. And instead, what did they do? They blasted right through them.
The Jazz were the last ones to touch it, and they'll turn it over. And here is Ford, averaging 10 points per contest. Brewer with the ball. 1:46 left in the first. Here's Boozer, right over the D. And here is Ford. Stolen away by Brewer. Here's Williams. Finished off the break. I didn't know if there'd be another point that could point at Jerry Sloan, like John Stockton did. They may have found it in Deron Williams.
I think you're right. It's amazing. Jerry Sloan has been around forever as an NBA head coach, and it seems to be a hand-in-glove fit between Sloan and Deron Williams, in part because I think Deron solicited advice from John Stockton. That's another indicator of how smart and mature Williams is.
That's a very good point. And here is Williams. Nate Robinson making his last shot.
Great vision on display there. The pass led him perfectly to the basket. That's how you do it.
Huge.
Oh my goodness.
Can't get at the ball from downtown. The Jazz with a chance to retake the lead.
And we got 3 niggas on this team that play for the Hawks. Millsap, Williams, and Corbin.
Bounce pass into Millsap. Does not get the go-ahead bucket.
We probably had Darren Williams
TJ
too.
Ford. To Hughes. Leads him with the pass. Here's Lee. Drops it in on the layup.
Way to work it inside to get the high percentage look. Nice job there.
And here is Williams. Here's Okur. Misses the buzzer beater. The Knicks with the slight lead.
Well, Kevin, what can you say? They played terrific offensively. Still, they're not getting any points.
Welcome to the start of the second quarter, and so far it's been a great game, closely contested by both teams. And here is Ford. Upcoming, there'll be a special Easter Day broadcast. The New Jersey Nets playing away from East Rutherford. They'll be in Washington, D.C. to take on the Wizards. That one's going to start at 6 o'clock.
You can count on it that both teams want to win.
Yep. And so here is Utah, following the score by New York. Cuts off the pass. Robinson from short range. Graceful finish.
Good job of leading his man right to the rim for the bucket.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
I really think this was a wake-up call. I mean, we saw them play way too lax.
And here is Williams. Here's Boozer. Hughes covering. In the paint. Rips it down with both hands. And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
I didn't think we saw a real strong outing defensively from them, Kevin. And very few teams can get away with winning. Maybe a handful of games, if that, relying solely on their offense.
Utah on D, trailing by 4. To Hughes. Lee lays it in. Sweet time to lead into the rack. He's got 6.
Great pass into the lane. They'll take that one every time.
Tipped. The Knicks with the lead. Here's Magician. Tries to lay it in, but it doesn't go.
Well, the defense put pressure on him, and frankly, he'll miss some of those even when he's wide open.
That weak ass stamina bar I got.
Down low, here's Okur. Buries the short-range jumper.
That's exactly the way you practice it. Hit the open man for the great look.
Magician on the mark from 16 feet out. Utah trailing here. And here is Williams. To Okur. He's against Lee. And Lee pulls it down. Here comes TJ Ford. 6-point game. Here's Hughes. Rebounded by Mehmet Okur. And it's Utah's ball. 6-point game. Following this one, they get to host the Warriors. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Knicks. As we close in on the start of the playoffs, let's see how the West is stacking up. Taking a look at Portland. They're in control of the #1 seed, looking to finish out the season strong. And, of course, the Jazz, way down below. Brewer with the ball. 12 points his last outing. And here is Ford. 6-point game.
Put me at the 2.
Upcoming, there'll be a special Easter Day
right here,
broadcast. Out in Boston, we'll watch the Celtics. They'll be hosting the Cleveland Cavaliers. That'll tip off at 1 o'clock Eastern time.
It'll be fun to watch.
And Utah has possession, following the score by New York. Here's Boozer. Kept alive. Corver. Pockets the 3-ball. Nice bucket by the 7-year veteran out of Creighton. Here comes TJ Ford.
Then debuted in 2002.
Here's Magician. Nets it from the wing. He's got 8.
Even though it was early in the shot clock, that's an opportunity you can't pass up, Kevin.
Well, I guess 2003.
Millsap. Here's Boozer in the post. Villanueva on him. From close range, Boozer gets the bucket. Former second-round draft choice Carlos Boozer has made himself a nice NBA career.
Well, he's a powerful scorer inside and an excellent rebounder. I'm surprised that he's played at the level he's played at. Coming out of college, I wondered if he could be effective in the pros, Kevin, but he's shown to be an outstanding big forward.
Here's Boozer. Lays it right in.
You can't allow him to establish deep position like that. Once he gets it in that close, he's almost unstoppable.
All right, bro, he disrespected me.
Flushes it with the one-handed jam.
He's not the guy you would expect to compete in the dunk contest, but he can still throw it down when he needs to.
Utah calls timeout.
Scammed up all right.
While we've got a moment here, the top free throw shooters in the league. You take a look at Ford, one of the league's best, 3rd in free throw percentage.
He's the guy you want shooting free throws late in the ball game. I mean, he's almost automatic. And when you're a coach with a player like him at the foul line, you feel very comfortable.
And so here is Utah, trailing by 5. Here's Brewer off the screen, lays it right in.
Terrific pick to set up that basket. The little things are the big things, and they can always make a difference.
Here's Curry. Can't get it to go. And Utah the other way.
He was giving me the ball, so I was fucking already pressing shoot. I told this bozo to shoot.
And here is Williams. Okur the screen. Mazenko left block. Brewer. There's the buzzer, and that's a shot clock violation. A moment to check out some results from around the league yesterday. It was the Timberwolves taking the win in Minnesota. The Suns falling short there. The Nuggets grab one on the road. The Magic defeated. Win by the Cavaliers of the Quicken Loans Arena as the Sacramento Kings lose. And that's it for now.
Boy, they've really been scrapping for rebounds in this one. Neither club really dominating the other one. This has been a fast-paced game, Kevin.
Yeah, both teams are lighting up the scoreboard. We've reached halftime with the score 26-23. Let's now go to studio for the T-Mobile halftime. Start of the third quarter here. We've got a close one for you. Glad you could join us as we get underway. Now Robinson, averaging 18 points a game. And you're right about the dogfight, Clark. You can tell that both teams really want this one.
Yeah, without question. And with it being as close as it is right now, a hard-fought game, you expect this intensity to keep up.
Picked by Lee. In close. Gets the lay-in. He has 6.
The defender couldn't get around the pick, and his help didn't show up in time. Nice play for the layup right there.
Screen by Boozer. It's tipped. The steal by Lee.
I think you got baited into throwing that one.
On close range, Robinson, that's good.
That's a good look. Very nice look.
Here comes Darren.
Hang on.
Williams. Here's Boozer. And Lee pulls it down. And so here is New York. They lead by 7. Tries to keep it alive. But it's picked off by Robinson. Curry, he's covered by Boozer. 5 on the shot clock. Corver hauls it in off the glass. And here we go with Darren Williams. Here's Korver. He's off from 3. The Knicks with the lead. Magician hits the elbow jumper. He's got 10.
Kicked it to the right guy at the right time. That's a good pass.
Here's Williams. Connects from the high post.
You've got to close out on that mid-range jump shot. He's extremely deadly from there.
New York calls timeout. As we close in on the start of the playoffs, let's see how the East is stacking up. You take a look at the Celtics. They're looking to lock up the best record of the conference and a #1 seed come playoff time. And of course, the New York Knicks, more than a few spots below. Here comes TJ Ford. And here is Ford. It's a 13-point game. Jeffries, Millsap covering. Shoots from the post, tipped. Good team by Millsap. Challenging stretch here for Utah. It's a 13-point game. The handoff to Brewer. To Williams, uncovered. And the rebound goes to TJ Ford.
Shocking how wide open he was. Even more shocking that he couldn't sink it.
Jeffries. Magician backs down. The hook. No good. Here go the Jazz the other way. Here's Williams. A missed 3.
The little man made the big rebound. What a play.
To Jeffries. Drains it from the low block.
He's been extremely active out there, and he has the stats to prove it. Terrific hustle.
Utah calls timeout. Cheryl Miller has something from a conversation she had earlier with Jerry Sloan. Cheryl?
Thanks, guys. He wants his squad to focus on pounding it down low. He said, dunks and layups, guys. That's what we want. We'll see if they can get it to the rim. Guys?
Thank you, Cheryl. And the Knicks with the ball, following the bucket by the Jazz. Curry. Boozer with the rebound.
Smart D forced him into taking that mid-range jump shot, and as you might expect, he wasn't able to knock it down.
Millsap with it, averaging 10 points per contest. Booz backs him down. 6 seconds to shoot. Here's Boozer. No luck. So the Knicks will take it the other way. Here's Robinson, laid in softly off the glass.
He's starting to pick up his game in this half.
Here comes Darren Williams. 14 points for him. Here's Boozer in the post, working on Lee from short range. Boozer can't get it to go.
Right now being held without a point in this quarter. Goose egg. Really struggling to find any kind of open looks.
Now Robinson. 13 points in the game. Paul Millsap with the rebound.
When you settle for that kind of shot, that's a wasted possession. That is not a high percentage look.
Utah turns it over. Will go the other way.
That was an ugly possession. They were out of sync completely, and the ball just sailed out of bounds.
Coach bitch me for second
And
guessing
so here's
myself.
New York. 15-point game. The Knicks walk away with a double-digit victory as they defeat the Jazz,
Fucking
58 to 45.
Get my B.
For his steady play, Nate. Well, that's it for us. On behalf of Clark Kellogg, Cheryl Miller, and me, Kevin Harlan,
I would
thanks
have
for
had
tuning in
13
to
had I not
NBA
hesitated
Basketball.
and made that 3. Jesus Christ. Fucking sold it. Pretty sure I left with 10. Yeah. 0 for 1. Missed my 1 and only 3. Because I fucking hesitated. Like a scrub. Like a bitch. It's okay, we still won.
Well, let's go over the Sprite ice-cold keys to the game. As we take a look at the Knicks, Clark, what should they keep in mind?
Kevin, they've got to look out for LaMarcus Aldridge. He's got one heck of a knack for scoring in the paint. So you've got to fight him in the post area. Don't let him get that deep, sweet post position. Otherwise, he'll make you pay.
Well, Clark, what about Portland? What will be the key for them?
Brandon Roy, the undisputed leader of this team.
What an offensive threat he's become.
Yeah, he's a go-to guy. He can make plays, he's unselfish, and he's confident in the clutch.
We'll see how it pans out. Thanks, Clark. And the Knicks with the ball after Roy missed from long range. Down low. Hughes. Can't hit from beyond the arc. And here are the Trailblazers. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
Well, I love what I saw down low, partner. You can handle your business in the paint like that. Oh, man, that gets me excited. Positionally playing well to maximize rebounding opportunities. That kick-started and ignited their offense.
Shot by Oden is no good. On defense, Portland. And against New York here for the second time this season.
I really think this was a wake-up call. I mean, we saw them play way too lax.
Here's Roy. The Knicks making the shot. The alley-oop.
Fantastic pass to set the alley-oop jam up there. You gotta love that.
Knicks on offense. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
From the floor, they were extremely effective. They got good shots, high-quality shots at the right time. They moved the ball, they moved themselves, and their offense looked like a well-oiled machine.
Now Robinson. Brandon Roy making his last shot. Here's Magician. Nets it from the wing.
He detected the early opening there and took advantage. That's a smart decision.
Picked away by Robinson. And so here's New York. Here's Magician. All alone. Got the stop thanks to the block by Miller. On defense, New York. To Oden. Roy plays it in. Sweet dime to lead into the rack.
Easy look in the paint. Defense got abused there.
Now Robinson. Boy, he was something else against Utah. Here's Robinson. Double clutches. Finishes with the soft touch.
When you can make adjustments to the shot in midair and midstream and still knock it down, you know you're flowing.
Here's Roy.
Well, Kev, how many guys can throw down like that? Incredible.
Now Robinson. 2:24 left in the first quarter. Here's Magician. The shot is off. And the Blazers the other way. Roy. The rebound by Hughes.
That was a perfect chance to finish on the break, and he let it slip away.
Magician. Here's Robinson. Does not get the go-ahead bucket. Portland leading. It's one-on-one. Here's Roy in close range, and the rebound goes to Nate Robinson. In close, from inside, graceful finish.
Way to distribute the basketball.
Here comes Miller. 11 points last game. Right corner. Here's Miller. Guarded by Robinson.
Despite his height, he's choosy with his dunks. But when he does, make way.
Fires from the high post. Gets the bucket. He has 6.
They say the mid-range game is becoming a lost art in the NBA. But you certainly couldn't tell it from watching that play. What a sweet stroke.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. Let's check out the leaders in field goal percentage as a team. Look at the Trailblazers, a great team, lots of shooters.
With all of the great shooters they have, it's almost easy to think that they would shoot a high percentage. But there's some other factors at play here. They're unselfish, they set good screens, they move well without the ball, and they're disciplined in that they don't take just any shot. They want the best shot available, and that's usually what they get.
Here's Roy with 37 points last game out. Stopped him cold. A rejection by Magician. Stolen away. And here comes Roy. To Chris Villa. Miller. And here is Oden. Chris Villa nailed it with just a little time left on the shot clock.
He's not their go-to guy offensively normally, but when his number was called, he rose to the occasion.
Here's Villanueva, drains it from short range.
That's exactly the way you practice it. Hit the open man for the great look.
And here comes Roy. Here's Fernandez. Can't get the buzzer beater. We've got a tie ball game on our hands.
They've been very active with their hands going for steals. They've really been disruptive on defense. If I had to point out an area for improvement,
And here is Ford, averaging 10 points per contest. Here's Miller. Roy backs down. From 6 feet, that's good. He has 6.
after getting off to a decent start in the first quarter, they've really picked it up here in the second. They're shooting 60% from the field.
On defense, Portland. Magician to the wing. Ford, that's good.
Well, the D will live with that one. That's really not his range. So even though he bagged the 3, I figure they'll still let him shoot those.
Here's Miller, averaging 14 points a game. Gets in close. Magician, no good. And the Blazers the other way. Two out ball. Guarded by Robinson. The jump hook, that's good. Nice bucket by the 7-year veteran out of Starkville High School. Here's Hughes, nails the easy jumper.
It just goes to show you, folks, everybody in this league is a pro. Give them a shot like that and they'll knock it down.
Here's Miller. Aldridge backs in. From short range, lays it right in.
They've been trading buckets and trading leads. What outstanding competitors out there.
Here's Lee, gently drops it in.
Excellent anticipation there, Kev. He placed that pass perfectly.
To the right, to Aldridge, 8 feet out, that's good. 6 points for him. And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. Some of the best free throw shooters in the NBA. Let's highlight them. You take a look at Ford, one of the league's best, 3rd in free throw percentage.
He's really clutch out there, extremely clutch. He's definitely a guy you don't want to foul to put on the line during the final minutes of a close game. I mean, he's very cool and calm at the free throw line, especially in clutch situations.
Magician, defended by Fernandez. Gallinari, Roy with the rebound. And here comes Roy. He has 6. Upcoming, there'll be a special Easter Day broadcast. we'll see Tim Duncan and the San Antonio Spurs. And they'll take on the Los Angeles Lakers. That game has a start time of 12:30 Eastern.
I think it'll be fun. I like the job they're doing. A much better job of getting him involved in the offense here in the second quarter.
Here's Curry. Nails it from close range.
Kick it to the right guy at the right time. That's a good pass.
Aldridge. Good. He's got 10.
Well, this offense is percolating right now. I mean, it's fun to watch. They're really into things. I mean, they're moving the ball, and they're shooting a high percentage. Over 60%, in fact.
And the Knicks with the ball. It's a three-point game. Here's Douglas. Trains it from just inside the three-point line. Here's Roy, averaging 26 points a game. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. As the playoffs near, let's take a look at the Western Conference standings. Taking a look at Portland. They're in control of the #1 seed, looking to finish out the season strong. And, of course, there's the Lakers right on their heels. Here's Roy. He has 6. Here's Miller. Dumps it off. Adam doesn't get enough under it.
Both teams really matching up well on the board. We've got ourselves a pretty good game here, Kevin.
Gets it to go. 8 points for him. Here's Miller. To Roy. Here's Batum. Jams it home. And I agree, not only matching up off the glass, but in scoring as well.
Yeah, and sometimes it really comes down to maybe 3 or 4 possessions, a couple of consecutive second chance opportunities, maybe a couple of stops. That ends up maybe perhaps making the difference, Kevin. Great assist on that basket. He's seeing the floor well, and he's making some beautiful passes.
Here's Outlaw. And the rebound goes to Nate Robinson.
That's not something you'll see very often. Got the mid-range jumper he wanted, but off target.
Villanueva with it, guarded by Oden. From deep. It bounces out of bounds after the shot. A look now as we get a chance to see the results from yesterday. Out at the Bradley Center, a win for the Bucks as the Los Angeles Clippers are defeated. A road win for the Oklahoma City Thunder. The 76ers unable to defend at home. The Suns grab one on the road. And here is Outlaw, averaging 13 points a contest. Connects from in close. He has 6.
That's a good look. Very nice look.
New York trailing. Robinson up top. 4. Puts up the baby hook. Oden corrals it, but that's only his second rebound so far. Aldridge with it, guarded by 4. Here's Blake. Aldridge smacks it down. Shoots from the post. The shot, no good. And New York takes it the other way. Their next game is at Oracle Arena, so a road game with the Warriors. And that game will be 4 out of 5 on the road for the team. Robinson leads the game in assists. Our timeout called by Portland. Upcoming, there'll be a special Easter Day broadcast. We'll see Al Jefferson and the Minnesota Timberwolves. They make the trip to Oklahoma City to face the Thunder. Be sure to tune in at 6 o'clock Eastern.
Should be a good one.
Here's Miller. He's got 9. 49 seconds left in the third. The pass cut off by Magician.
And there's another giveaway for him now. You know he didn't have a single turnover in the first half.
The Blazers good out for the quick shot here. That would leave him with the final possession. A tight game here in Portland. Here's Douglas. Hits the quick shot.
Great D leads to easy offense.
Here's Miller. Right wing. To Miller. Outlaw. Aldridge with it. In close. Douglas gets the board inside. And Clark, you're right. What has happened, he has lost his concentration. Has the defense figured him out?
I think that's part of it, but I think it's both things. It's concentration lapse, and it's also the defense doing a better job of making him uncomfortable.
Here's Miller. And now for our sideline reporter. Cheryl has some information for us.
During the timeout, I listened in by the Blazers bench. Coach McMillan told them, "We can't quit now, guys. We're going to find a way to win this. Fans are pulling for us. Families, we're going to make them proud. Let's go out there, show them exactly what we're made of."
Thanks, Cheryl. And here are the Trailblazers. The Knicks making the shot. Moore kisses it off the glass and in.
With the score being so close, there's little margin for error by either team.
On the corner, here's Magician on the mark with the triple.
Boy, they're starting to heat it up from outside now. They're on top and knocking down shots from the perimeter.
Here's Outlaw. The shot is off, and New York takes it the other way. Curry is inside. He's against Oden. For three. Robinson misses.
You can't usually afford to leave him alone out there. Big break for the defense.
To Miller. Dumps it off. Going inside.
Wow. It's been all offense all game. Everybody's got the hot hand.
The Knicks with the lead. I'm inside. The shot is up. And the Blazers the other way. Outlaw backs him down to tie it up. Shot's good.
Kevin, this has really been a competitive, fun game.
It's all tied. Here's Magician. Blocked. Another shot. Magician kept alive. Here's Lee, dumps it down with one hand.
That's embarrassing defensively. Not moving your feet, not talking, not stopping penetration. I ought to use the game tape as blackmail.
Moore hits the bottom of the net.
He's just so gifted offensively. He's a tough guy to match up with.
Now Robinson. He's got 10. The inside, Aldridge on him. Shoots from the post, deflected. Aldridge with the denial, and it's still tied up. Here's Roy. It comes, and the foul. Hey, Robinson picks one up. Good for the three-point play.
Well, when you spend 4 years in college, Kevin, you've got to become a little more mature. Your body becomes more prepared for the rigors of the NBA. And I just think you're more equipped to handle what's demanded from you when you play NBA basketball.
More mature physically and mentally.
Exactly. And emotionally,
Yes,
just to
yes,
handle
yes.
some of the peaks and valleys you're going to go through as a rookie.
Now a timeout called by Portland. And let's hear what David Miller had to say to our sideline reporter, Cheryl Miller.
Hey, guys. He told them, finish strong inside. I want dunks, layups, or free throws. He made it pretty plain. He wants them in attack mode. Guys?
Okay, thanks, Cheryl. Here's Miller. He's got 9. Outlaw, inside runner, and the basket good.
Yeah, both teams have ramped it up here in the second half.
New York trailing. Lee backs down. And that one's good.
He's typically not the first or even the second option on offense, but you need your role players to hit shots when they're called upon.
Here's Miller, guarded by Robinson. Here's Oden. Robinson pulls it in. Here comes Nate Robinson. 10 points for him. Tipped. Hughes drains it with the D all over him.
So far, nothing the D's thrown at him has been effective. It's been a volcanic eruption.
The Blazers will call a full timeout. They're down by 2. 1:10 left to the 4th. Clark, what's your take?
Roy is a great scorer, and they should get him the rock. This late in the game, you want to get the ball to someone who shoots with confidence.
And here is Oden. He has 5. Here's Outlaw. And the rebound goes to David Lee.
Tough break there, Kev. He found an opening on the floor and got a nice clear look. Just didn't convert.
To Robinson. Magician. Now Robinson. It's money from deep.
He's starting to feel it. He's in a groove here in the second half.
Here's Miller. 9 points in the game so far. Roy backs in. To the paint. Here's Outlaw. Kept alive. Oden to end the run. Here's Roy. Connects after ricocheting all over the place.
Kevin, that's what you expect from him. When the pressure's at its highest, with the game on the line, that's when he's at his best.
The Blazers will go for the intentional foul. They still got to foul them a second time to get into the penalty and send them to the strike.
Good decision, Kev. They're playing against 2 opponents now. The other team plus the shot clock.
The Blazers commit the intentional foul, and they'll try to extend the game.
That's the right move. Stop the clock and hope they make a mistake you can take advantage of.
Sinks the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Perfect from the line, and it's a 5-point ball game.
Didn't hit them all, but didn't need to. That should seal this one up.
Aldridge with it. 14 points for him. Here's Roy. Dumps it off. Outlaw. Sinks the open shot.
He drew the D in and then kicked it out to the open man.
The turnover by New York.
That was an ugly possession. They were out of sync completely and the ball just sailed out of bounds.
Portland is just getting everything they want inside.
Points in the paint have been the story so far, and I don't think it's going to change unless this team starts defending with physicality, bodying up without fouling.
The Knicks win the hard-fought game as they outlast the Blazers 65-62. For his steady play, Nate Robinson is the Jordan Brand Player of the Game.
Well, he was the initiator and the playmaker for their offense, Kevin. He kept his head up and created a bunch of easy scores with his passing.
Time for us to say goodbye. For Clark Kellogg, Cheryl Miller, and me, Kevin Harlan. Thanks for joining us for this presentation of Let's check out the Sprite Ice Cold keys to the game. As we take a look at the Knicks, Clark, what should they keep in mind?
Well, Kevin, they don't want to allow a big game from Monte Ellis. He has to be accounted for. The NBA hardwood is one of the few places where stealing is encouraged, and he's the master. If you get casual with the ball around him, he'll pick your pocket.
Clark, on the other side, what about Golden State? What's the key for them?
Boy, Andres Biedrins has been really phenomenal. He rebounds, both backboards, and he really shoots a high percentage, in part because he rarely takes a jump shot, Kevin.
He runs the court so well. Goose has always done that, but he's been great.
Yeah, he's really taken advantage of his ability to get up and down.
Now Robinson. Golden State coming up empty. Here's Lee. Scores the opening field goal.
He's not their go-to guy offensively normally, but when his number was called, he rose to the occasion.
The Warriors will hold on to it. And here is Ellis. Not too proud of his numbers in that game against the Jazz, that's for sure. Now here's Biedrins. Curry meets him.
The shot is off here to start this game. So far, 0 for 3 from the field.
To number 7, Robinson. Gets in close. Graceful finish.
That's the way to manufacture your shot against the taller defender. Solid effort.
Jackson. And Lee pulls it down.
Boy, and they're looking a little tense to me to start this game. 0 for 4 from the field so far.
To number 7. Lee leaps for the ball. Stolen by the Warriors.
He got caught napping. You've got to pay attention and protect the field. Excellent defense, and the steal earns them a quick bucket in transition.
New York with the ball. Fresh from a win against Portland.
One thing you started to see shape up was how well they were shooting from the field. And I think that's always a function of ball movement and shot selection. They are tough to beat when they shoot with that confidence.
And here is Ellis after the made shot from David Lee. Biedrins' shot is off. 2:54 left in the first. Right wing, here's Magician. Buries the triple.
So far, I don't think you can ask for a better start to the game for them. 4 for 4 thus far.
The steal by Magician. All alone. Finishes with the soft touch. He has 5.
Wow, they've hit their first 5 shots. They're looking to close these guys out before halftime.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. And against New York here for the second time this season.
They know they shouldn't have lost. The difference just being a couple of possessions. They could have gone either way. Sometimes that comes down to hustle and simply who wants it more.
Playing as a team so crucial. Let's see the NBA's best.
You know what makes this team so good is that if you're open, you get the ball. They don't stick it in their hands or pound it on the floor. If you're open, you receive the ball and you have a chance to do something with it. That's why they assist on so many of their baskets.
Villanueva with it after the miss from Stephen Curry. Hands it off. Tipped.
The defense anticipated the kick out the whole time.
Here's Ellis. Ellis is whistled for the loose ball foul. That's his first foul. As the playoffs near, let's take a look at the Western Conference standings. You take a look at the Trailblazers. They're in control of the #1 seed, looking to finish out the season strong. And of course, there's the Warriors, way down below. The Knicks with the lead. The Knicks on a bit of a roll here. The inside, he's against Turioff from 6 feet. Lee gets the bucket. You and I both like David Lee quite a bit.
Played at Florida, watched him develop there in his 4-year career. A late first-round draft choice who has found his niche in the NBA. He rebounds, runs the floor, and has developed a couple of nice little moves with his back to the basket. He's a crowd favorite in New York because he can do the hustle thing.
Villanova with it after the made shot from Monte Ellis. Magician backs in. To Hughes. Let's go with a three. Good.
Right now, Kevin, they're getting everything they want and sending a message while they're doing it.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. Adjustments here for the Warriors. And it's the Warriors with the ball, down by 12. We talked about sending a message, Clark. This certainly is...
That should be illegal, Kevin. The vertical game is in full effect. Look out below.
Here comes TJ Ford, averaging 10 points per contest. Magician drains it from just inside the three-point line. 7 points in the game.
They've been dominant at both ends of the floor, so the early lead is no surprise.
Curry, a three, and the shot is good.
He drew the D in and then kicked it out to the open man.
Here comes TJ Ford. Now Robinson. From the wing, and that is good.
They've been unstoppable. What a strong start.
And so here's Golden State, 11-point game. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
This was an underperformance in many regards. They can't expect to win with that kind of lackluster effort.
Kept alive. Right wing. Here's Curry. Sinks the open shot. He's got 5. And here is Ford. The Knicks have taken the early lead.
Kevin, their offense has been flowing right from the get-go. It's been fun to watch.
And we end an exciting first quarter. The score, 20-11. Welcome back. We're glad you're with us. The second quarter should begin in just a moment. And here is Ford. Upcoming, there'll be a special Easter Day broadcast. It'll be Kevin Garnett and the Boston Celtics. They'll be hosting the Cleveland Cavaliers. That'll tip off at 1 o'clock Eastern Time.
You can count on it that both teams want to win.
Yep.
He's usually automatic from that close. The defense must have affected it.
Lee backs him down to number 7. Takes it up, kisses it off the glass and in. He's got 9.
That's a strong finish inside. That's where you want to work your magic, Kevin.
Here's Ellis. Lays it in. Sweet time to lead into the ring.
Kick it to the right guy at the right time. That's a good pass.
Magician. Kept alive. To the wing. It's another look. That's good.
That's a great pass. Way to get it to the open man.
Here comes Monte Ellis. He has 6. Dumps it off. Here's Maggette. No good. And New York takes it the other way. They're off to battle the Clippers after this game as they'll be playing at the Staples Center. That will conclude a 5-game road trip for them. And it's the Warriors with the ball following the score by New York. Here's Maggette, sinks it from the top of the key.
Corey Maggette only spent 1 year at Duke before bouncing to the NBA, and he earned the nickname Maximus because of his tremendous build and strength and his aggressive style of play. He's a guy who really thrives on taking the ball to the basket and getting to the foul line.
Lays it in off the pick. 13 points in the game.
The defender couldn't get around the pick, and his help didn't show up in time. Nice play for the layup right there.
Six seconds to shoot. Ellis can't get it to go. And the Knicks with the ball. It's a 13-point game. Hughes hits. Nice pass leading into the bucket. They're up 30-15.
Beautiful delivery with the bounce pass. He kept it away from the defense, which set up the shot perfectly.
Timeout called the Warriors. Let's now take a moment to view the league's leading rebounders. You look at Andris Biedrins, a terrific rebounder, 5th overall.
When you talk about rebounders, this guy is relentless, and that's why he's one of the very best we have in the league. He goes after all rebounds. He never gives up on a missed shot, whether it's near him or not. This guy.
And here is 4. It's a 16-point game. Upcoming, there'll be a special Easter Day broadcast. It'll be Hasheem Thabeet and the Memphis Grizzlies, and they'll take on the Magic at Amway Arena. That game gets going at 6 o'clock Eastern.
You know they're going to be extra hyped up for this one.
You're right. And so here's Golden State. Turioff, guarded by Ford. From short range. And the rebound goes to TJ Ford. Smooth sailing for New York. 16-point lead. Got a piece of it. It's one-on-one. Here's Ellis. Gently drops it in. He's got 10. And here is Ford. He has 7. Here's Magician. Connects from in close.
He's not normally a prolific scorer, but he's giving them a big lift in this one.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. As the playoffs near, let's take a look at the Eastern Conference standings. You take a look at the Celtics. They're looking to lock up the best record of the conference and a #1 seed come playoff time. And of course the Knicks. They find themselves with the dregs of the conference. New York on D. It's a 16-point game. Throws it up.
Fantastic pass to set the alley-oop jam up there. You gotta love that.
To Lee. Biedrins on him. Puts up the baby hook. Nails the baby hook. 8 points for him.
We've seen them make 3 of their first 4 shots. That's good shooting to jumpstart them here. Despite that turnover, they've been spectacular protecting the ball, but they need to improve in other areas if they're going to pull this one out.
Here's Hughes. He's got 6. Five on the shot clock. Jeffries working on Turioff. And as you mentioned, Clark, they haven't committed a lot of turnovers, but they're going to have to convert more if they want to win.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Kevin. It's one thing to take care of the ball. That's something you want to do and need to do, but then when you do get shots, you got to put them in the basket.
Azubuike with the ball, averaging 12 points a game. Dumps it down with one hand.
The well-set screen freed him up for the nasty throwdown. Nice execution.
Here comes TJ Ford. It's a 14-point game. Here's Hughes. Lee's got it. Biedrins on him.
He can't be stopped. He's having a party out there.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. They trail by 16. Next game for them, they'll take on the Raptors at Toronto. Sets in motion a 4-game road trip for them. Azubuike. And Lee pulls it down.
Kevin, they've got the edge here in rebounding. They're doing a good job of blocking out and then pursuing the basketball. That's good fundamental action.
Maggette with it. 6 points for him. Here's Azubuike. Buries the short-range jumper. He's got 6. And Clark, as you were saying, with today's athletes, the difference usually does come down to good technique and certainly fundamentals.
Yeah, that's a good point, Kevin. Everybody in the NBA is an athlete, so you've got to take care of your business in a fundamental way, especially when it comes to rebounding.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. It's a 16-point game. Maggette backs down. Here's Claxton. The shot misses. So the Knicks will take it the other way. Hughes. Turioff gets the board inside. This Warriors squad struggling to the free throw line. Here's Azubuike, blocked. Here comes TJ Ford. It's a 16-point game. Magician backs in. Got it up. We're at the end of the third, and it's a double-digit game. The score, 53-37. Magician has played well. 15 points and 2 assists.
Absolutely. He's scoring well, and he's doing it with excellent efficiency. That's the key. He's playing within himself and getting good looks.
All right, the fourth quarter should begin momentarily. Welcome to the fourth quarter. Wide margin on the scoreboard tells it all. This one is probably over, but you never know. Anything can happen. And here is Ellis. 10 points for him. Here's Ellis. Lays it right in. Sweet touch by the fifth-year veteran out of Lanier High School. And here we go with Nate Robinson, averaging 18 points a game. Magician, from close range, lays it right in.
Speed is only part of the equation here. He's not blinding quick, but he was determined to take that one to the rim.
And here is Ellis. 12 points for him. Here's Piedrinch. Shot no good. So the Knicks will take it the other way. Here's Magician. Misses the baby hook. Here comes Monte Ellis, averaging 18 points a game. Yes! It's major air to put in that alley-oop. And the Knicks with the ball. To Hughes. Lee, the jump hook. Hughes leads the game in assists. And here is Ellis. About 3.5 minutes left in the fourth. Ellis. Ellis can't get it to go.
This is one of the key reasons why they're losing. You have to get more production out of your core star players. That's a heck of a job to lay it in around the taller defender, Kevin. Lovely, agile finish.
Now Jackson over Hughes. Jackson misses. Smooth sailing for New York. It's an 18-point game. Magician, he's covered by Azubuike. Here's Lee, lays it in. Sweet dime to lead into the rack.
These guys are putting on a clinic. They're playing with confidence, and their offense is really flowing.
Coach Nelson calls a timeout. They're losing by 20. 2:38 left in the game. Earlier, our very own Cheryl Miller had a chance to speak with and it's the Warriors with the ball. Here's Curry, hits the quick shot.
You saw the defense wasn't set and caught him off guard with the quick launch.
And here are the Knicks. Magician. Grabbed by Lee. And he now has a double-double. Here's Magician. Goes up with it again.
When you settle for that kind of shot, that's a wasted possession. That is not a high percentage look.
Robinson pulls it in.
Kevin, that's the kind of shot you want. You can't ask for better execution on offense, but sometimes they just don't fall.
Magician backs him down. Rips it down off the beautiful pass.
They're leading by double digits, and I'd say this game is essentially done.
The Warriors take their last 20-second timeout. They're behind by 23. 50 seconds left in the fourth. Azubuike with the ball. He has 6. The Knicks walk away with a double-digit victory as they defeat the Warriors 72-53. For his solid performance, David Lee is the Jordan Brand Player of the Game.
He put in work on those boards, Kevin. Boxing out, rebounding outside of his area. He put forth the effort, and it paid dividends.
Well, that's it for us. On behalf of Clark Kellogg, Cheryl Miller, and me, Kevin Harlan, thanks for tuning in to NBA Basketball on 2K Sports. Let's check out the Sprite Ice Cold keys to the game. As we take a look at the Knicks, Clark, what should they keep in mind?
Well, Marcus Camby is someone they can't forget about. He's an excellent rebounder on both backboards, so you've got to get into him and deny him prime position inside.
And as we take a look at the Clippers, tell me, what's going to be the key taking on this Knicks team?
Well, Kev, it's all about valuing the pumpkin. Take care of the ball. They've been cooking over the last 9 games. The turnover story has really been important. Minimizing the turnovers, squeezing the orange. They've gotten much better in that area. As a result, they're more efficient. One thing you've got to try to do is disrupt their rhythm and flow. Make them uncomfortable. Try to force them into mistakes.
Here's Magician. A missed 3. On defense, New York. It's a 3-point game. They come in fresh off the win against the Warriors.
From distance, they shot it extremely well. They shot good in other areas, but really the advantage was from downtown behind the arc.
Here's Hughes. Turned in an outstanding game against Golden State. Here's Robinson. It's rebounded by Camby. And it's the Clippers' ball. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
Well, I think they squandered a lot of opportunities by trying to play catch-up from downtown. I mean, if you're hitting 35, 40% from beyond the arc, okay, that's fine. That's one thing. But to keep banging your head against the wall when you're not getting through, that's not smart. Kevin, when you're defending a great shooter like that, you got to smell his breath. You got to be right on top of it.
And so here are the Clippers, and against New York here for the second time this season.
You know, Kevin, I think it sort of came down to the fact they did not have to deal with a lot of pressure from the defense they were facing. Had they been up against a good defense, it could have easily been a different story.
Gordon connects from the high post.
Beautiful, beautiful pass. Well executed there.
Magician backs him down. New York on D. Here's Gordon in close. Graceful finish. He has 7. Eric Gordon had a short but very productive college career. He hasn't missed a beat coming to the NBA.
Well, scorers typically have the easiest adjustment to the NBA, especially when you have the range that Eric Gordon has and the strength. And he's an improving ball handler, so no surprise that when he got the opportunity, he puts big numbers up. Normally, he sinks that shot. His mid-range game is excellent. He just misfired that time.
To number 7. Stolen by Davis. The Clippers in the lead. Gordon lays it right in.
They're really giving him all they can handle here. The defense is having a hard time keeping up.
Lee's got it. Baseline. Here's Curry. It's in. And here is Davis. Real disappointing game for him in that loss to Denver. Gordon down low. Lays it in. Sweet time to lead him to the rack. 9 points in the game so far. And as you mentioned, the defense a step slow trying to defend this offensive onslaught.
Yeah, Kevin, I mean, when they're shooting at
I'm not gonna lie to y'all, bro. With the way my fucking grade going down, if I miss another shot, bro, I'm getting off, bro. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but it's pissing me off. I'm gonna tell you.
such a high percentage like they are, they're really difficult to beat.
Gordon, count it! And he'll have a chance for a three-point play. Robinson picks one up. He completes the three-point play. And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. While we've got a moment here, the top free throw shooters in the league. You take a look at Ford, one of the league's best, 3rd in free throw percentage.
He's the guy you want shooting free throws late in the ball game. I mean, he's almost automatic. And when you're a coach with a player like him at the foul line, you feel very comfortable.
And the rebound goes to Marcus Camby.
They got to have a little more patience on offense, Kevin. They're rushing.
Gordon backs in. Kick out, perimeter. Here's Telfair. Off the mark with the 3 ball.
That was a judgment call. He took a quick shot there, but I thought it was a pretty good look.
Screen by Villanueva. Here's Robinson. Can't hit. Now the Clippers take it the other way.
An outstanding pick there, and he still couldn't get the basket. Next time he gets a look that good, he's got to make it count.
Now Robinson. Still looking to get on the scoreboard. No luck on the 3-point attempt.
That was not good shot selection. You need to be patient, move the ball, move the defense, and find someone for an open shot.
On defense, New York, trailing by 13. Kaman backs down, puts up the baby hook, and the rebound goes to Villanueva. And so here is New York. It's a 13-point game. Behind the arc, Robinson misses. The Clippers with the ball. They're on an 18-5 run. To Kaman. Curry meets him. Gets in close. Kaman's shot is good.
This is how they built an early lead. A relentless and punishing inside game.
And here is 4. 9 points last game out. Magician. Miss.
Bro, 0 for 5, bro. 2 turnovers. I'll pick it off. The fact that I was at a D, bro. A D? Bro, I don't know what the... Bro. Listen. I don't know what happened, and I don't care. Bro, they 38 and 38, bro. They ass just like us, bro. I honestly don't know what was going on. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, yeah. I checked last time. I'm like, okay, yeah, my count not off. I was just keeping count. I was supposed to be doing 5 games, bro. I had 2 more games left, bro. I was gonna play the Celtics and the Clippers. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't able to leave. Indiana, Orlando, Miami, Washington, and Toronto. But man, they had pissing me off. And I'm tired and I'm hungry. So you made it this far. Much love, much respect, much appreciation. Blah 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 blah. You know the deal. Keep it crispy. Rushed intro, outro, same deal, same difference. I'm really disappointed in the way that game was going. Like, bro, like I don't understand what was going on. Like I could see if I wasn't paying attention or something. Like if I have an excuse, but I don't have an excuse. Like I was just getting cooked. Like I couldn't keep in front of my man. Like I was paying attention, but I just couldn't keep in front of my man. This nigga was scoring like every time he got the bucket, bro. Like back to back. Like everything I did, I was fucking up. But this nigga was going crazy. I can't live like this. I'm legit in the starting 5. I'm a 56 minus 4. What the fuck does that mean? I mean, I'm not a legit 60 overall on the court. That's embarrassing. Oh. We didn't always have Gallinari, did we? I don't know. That's not important. But okay, so what happened is Chandler got hurt, which forced Hughes to play the 3 instead of the 2, which put me in the starting position. Because the first time I checked this, I was in the starting position, but that was just my name. You know what I'm saying? I was still down here. You feel me? Like I wasn't in. Like I was still like ranked 12. You know what I'm saying? Position 10. You know what I'm saying? Some shit like that by my name, but I was still up here. You know what I'm saying? It didn't say shooting guard. It said position 10 or some shit in the starting 5, and I didn't have no picture up there. I'm a legit starter, bro. As a 60 overall. That's crazy work. This team is ass. I do not want to play here next year. I gotta hurry up and get these games over with. Let me upgrade real quick so when I do get back on. Shit. I ain't got no crossovers. Let me get that down. It's crazy how it tell me what rating I need for my dunk, but it don't tell me what my rating needs to be. It just say based on player's ball handle rating. But like, give me a rating to where I can be 5. You know what I'm saying? Tell me what rating I need to wear my shit 5. Don't matter. All right, yeah. When I get back on, I'm gonna do. Out of the 7, shit. I guess I'll do 3, 3, and 1. Wait, is there 6 games left? Oh shit, no. I wasn't looking at the Clippers game, thinking I already played that. Okay, cause I did, I just quit. Okay. Um, yeah, I'll do the Clippers, Celtics, Pacers in one video, and then I'll do Magic, Heat, Wizards in another video, and then I'll do, final game in a video by itself. Yeah. All right. Made it this far. Much love, much respect, much appreciation. Keep it crispy. Until next time on NBA 2K10 with Barry B. Baggins.